Check the description for the following discount codes. This is a quick update video for prospective GT Amiga Prime buyers. When they originally released the Prime, their full aluminium profile cockpit competes with the likes of the SimLab P1X, for example. It had a distinctly average pedal tray. Now, whilst it worked, and it worked fine if you used it correctly, and I say correctly because there are right and wrong ways to use everything in life. You know, my camera here that I'm using now isn't waterproof, so if I tried to take footage in the ocean, that would be using it wrong. I mean, that's a bit of an extreme example. But with the original Prime tray, it worked perfectly fine for use with pedals that come as an assembly of 2 or 3 pedals, you know, on a sort of standard rectangular shape where you bolt them down at the corners and the load is spread evenly. You wouldn't really get any flex. That's how I've ran my V3s that are still on there now for the last however long, 18 months. I don't get any flex. It's absolutely fine. Where it faltered is if you bought individual pedals and tried to bolt them down in the middle of the pedal tray using the slots that were available there. Now, technically, yes, these slots are there to bolt things down to, but when you look at the construction of the tray and you see there's no real support across the middle there, it would allow for flex. Now, the simple solution to this was, if you're buying high-end pedals that come individually, buy the optional base plate that you can buy from almost every high-end pedal manufacturer. So basically, they offer what is effectively like a pedal tray, but it's just usually it's just a 10mm thick aluminium plate that you then bolted your 3 pedals to, and you would then just bolt that assembly to the GT Amiga Prime pedal tray, and again, you'd have no flex, there'd be no issues. They have released now a new version of their pedal tray, which now looks basically identical to, you know, the SimLab P1X pedal tray. It is made of 2 sides, but I'll put some pictures up in actual fact. Let's get that on the go. It's made of 2 what look like 10mm side brackets. Again, if you've seen a P1X, you'll know what this looks like. And then you've got aluminium profile running across left to right and some little corner brackets on the ends as well. So this now cures the only sort of downside to the GT Amiga Prime cockpit. And as I say, it was an easy workaround anyway. If you're fitting anything but individual pedals, there was no issues in the first place. But if you were fitting individual pedals, then the option or the solution was simply to buy your optional base plate from your pedal manufacturer. The price is still the same. It's still £569.95 here in the UK, and obviously you can add whatever seat you want or use your own seat. So it's still probably the best value full-size aluminium profile cockpit there is on the market. But, you know, I thought it was just worth doing a quick update video just to let people know, because if you watch the reviews of the Prime, both from myself and everyone else at the time of release about 18 months ago, we all mentioned that the pedal tray, whilst it's perfectly fine if used correctly, could be better and wasn't as good as, say, the SimLab P1X. And of course, now that's not the case. It's just as good as any of the other offerings and still at a very competitive price. Or as always, I have a discount for GT Amiga as well, KG5 I think it is, or there'll be a link in the description. I have got one of these when they've got some stock available coming over to me, the new pedal tray this is, so I will fit it and I'll show you a comparison between the two, and I'll probably do an updated 2022 GT Amiga Prime review, because my Prime has been taking a beating over the last 18 months. I've got a full motion system on there, so it gets thrown around, and I'll be able to tell you how it's held up against that sort of physical abuse, which is probably over and above what most cockpits have to deal with. Not everyone is fortunate enough to be given on long-term loan a 5DOF motion system that will throw it around and slide it left to right and lift it up and down and do all sorts. And especially in the likes of Dirt Rally 2, it gets some real grief, and spoiler alert, it's still held together just fine. But yeah, I'll do that when I get the new pedal tray here. But the GT Amiga website is updated, showing the new pictures of this new pedal tray now. It wasn't until maybe only a few days ago. And what was happening was people were buying the Primes and discovering they've got this upgraded new pedal tray without even knowing they were getting it, which is excellent. I spoke to GT Amiga and they said a couple of batches have gone out with these new trays even before they even realised on the sort of media side of things that it was happening. So that's really good to see, because that was the only sort of weakness of the GT Amiga Prime. And as I say, if used correctly, it wasn't an issue anyway. It's how I've been rolling for the last 18 months. But I thought I'd just do a quick video letting prospective buyers know it now comes with a better pedal tray. If you want to run individual pedals bolted down, you absolutely can. Now there'll be no flex, just like there isn't with any other aluminium profile based pedal tray, you know, that runs off of those big thick brackets at the side. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and as always, take it easy.